welcome. It really wasn't that bad.
She said it was super hard and really stressful.
It was easy.
So got a lot to keep them busy.
Future Sean will be...
Future Sean will come back here and visit. If you ever get pigs, guys, one of the things you need to learn is they love mud. They love mud, right, Dad?
No, they do.
Oh, and the pigs are getting very curious.
Piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh, no.
Hi, yo, folks. I'm back at the Yo-Stead. I missed it. I don't like being in big cities that much anymore. I like being on my land. I like being on land that grows me food. Speaking of, this is what I came back to discover. Pounds and pounds of zucchini, of squash. Holly's been making zoodles, zucchini noodles. She creates this incredible Italian dish where it's like beef and tomato sauce and zoodles. Chef's kiss. It's really good. Anyways, I'm back. One of the things that I've been doing, and that all of you guys know that I'm doing, is those poor pigs have needed to be moved. So I've started the process of moving them. They're no longer up against the barn. They're on their way down to the woods. They're further down into the woods. But I think today I'd like to get them all the way into the woods. I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm gonna go try. We're all gonna go try, you and me. So let's go give it a shot. Holly did a great job. Holly and Jana did a wonderful job. Holly's actually behind the camera. Her and Jana did an incredible job while I was gone. So I'd like to say publicly, on the record, thank you, Holly and Jana, for keeping up the homestead. And it's not an easy job. I mean, there's the garden, which is huge and abundant and growing. These pigs and all the poultry. Not to mention the whole back pastures and mowing, and it's 11 acres, and Mom and Dad weren't even here. They're back, obviously, but it's a lot to keep up with for a whole week, and so they did an incredible job. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. It really wasn't that bad.
She said it was super hard and really stressful.
It was easy.
As you can see, I got the piggies away from the barn. They're moved out. It's hard to tell, but their fence has gone a little more than halfway down that lane. I'll show you the lane from the other side, but essentially there's a lane that goes from up here down into the woods, and that is a little more than halfway down the lane. So what my goal is, I'd like to get the bulk of the fence moved down into the forest, and I'm trying to think about how to go about that. One of the big issues is they love this mud pit, their wallow. They love it, especially during the heat of the day. And if I move the fence forward, they're not going to have access to this anymore. I can create another muddy spot up there for them, right? He just yawned. I could create another muddy spot for them. They've already kind of started on one. But my fear is that they're going to try and get back and have access to the mud, to the wallow. I'm going to have to rip that Band-Aid off soon eventually. Eventually, I say eventually, but here within the next few days, they're going to be down in the woods. And I think they're going to enjoy it much better down there. It'll be cooler. There'll be a lot more to eat. There'll be a lot more to explore. But that's a major concern, removing them from their mud pit, their wallow. So Holly and I were just chatting, and I wonder, so there's two lanes here. There's a lane that goes around here, and there's essentially just a big brushy area in the middle. I wonder if I could wrap the fence around and just give them access. Obviously, I'd need to have enough room outside of it to include the shelter. But I wonder if I can just wrap it around. I wonder if I'd have enough fence to do that. I think I would. My question, though, Holly, is how I'm going to move the fence down with the pigs in the fence.
We'll figure it out.
Maybe
I've
that's
got
what
chips.
we do. You've got chips. So I gotta get this out, and shoot, dang it!
Wow, these are thin, man.
Yeah, you gotta oink them. There you go.
Oh.
All right, Holly, you might need to feed us that line. A temporary zone here. So this wire's too short. It's time to bust out the 300-footer. Oh, and the pigs are getting very curious. How are they doing over there, Holly?
They're fine. They're just loving access to this greenery. They're very distracted.
Okay. If we keep moving it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because we still got a little ways to go.
What did you do? Oh, I was wondering if it's a sting or it's a punching eye.
Shoot, yeah. They're pigs.
Now I tangled it.
It's so hard not to. I'm not even.
And the boys are occupied, right, Holly?
They're happy in the brush.
Okay, so actually, I want them to have access to this lane.
Oh, okay.
Where's my hammer?
I need to bring us a little potter. Or I can do that over here, maybe.
Yeah, we'll move that out. Do you see it, Jana? Yeah. Okay. My mallet.
They found a plastic bucket. It
Oh,
seems
that's exciting stuff.
very delicious. Oh, hi, what are you doing? Where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah, keep them distracted, please. So if we can start untangling all this mess,
No, no bites. Sniffy, sniffy, no bites.
I will. Next one. So I'm gonna work.
Eat my yellow shoe. My chicken shoe. It don't taste like chicken.
Trying to not have this pig escape. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh no.
That works. Get up there. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, those are barely pinioned in. The ones I just pushed.
This will be enough, or will we need to? Oh yeah, this is good. Right there.
I'd say
Let me do this one, and then I'll hand you the
it may not be too early to claim success.
Looking good.
I think so.
Impressive.
Paved paradise or pig paradise?
Big paradise.
They'll make it a parking lot.
Big paradise. Take down parking lot.
By the way, where are the pigs? Oh, there
They're
they
right
are.
here.
I just crimped on the new line. This is 300 foot. We've got so much more line left. I'm probably gonna do my best to get this all flattened. A lot of people will bury it too. I don't know if I'm gonna bury it.
You
So-
can get some good sized staples.
Yeah?
You know, the
oh,
long
yeah.
ones, and just tack it down to the ground.
I don't know if Holly showed it on the video, but the boys are back there and they're loving life, right?
Yeah, you can hear them back there.
You can hear them just exploring and grunting, and they dug up a bucket, and one of them puked after he started eating it, but not puked because he was sick, just puked because he got a little too excited. So I'm gonna wrap this up, and then we're gonna test it out.
What do you say, boys? A lot more to explore.
So Dad, I'm gonna turn on the fence.
All right,
Okay, now we're gonna test it out. Ready?
ready. I hear the pop.
You hear it popping? All right, let's
Yeah.
see if it's kicking, if it's charged. Oh yeah, 8,000 volts. It's kicking.
It's hot. It is hot.
Yep. Now, Holly, would you turn that off? Because I'll tell you when to turn it on again. Okay. Thanks for helping, Dad.
Oh yeah, not a problem.
I think the pigs are happy.
Oh yeah, you can tell. What are you showing?
It's hitting hard.
Good.
We're down here in the bottom lane of the woods, and so far the pigs are loving it, right, Dad? You
Oh
can
yeah.
see they
Yeah.
are.
They've got a lot of food here.
I'm so happy that I have them down here because they're gonna be very busy for the next while. I'll probably move them in maybe 2 weeks. Ultimately, I'd like to get them out there.
Right.
That's where they're going to be for a while.
Oh,
'cause I
and they're
want
going to
them
have a
clear that
lot to keep
whole
themselves
area out.
busy there.
There's the Higgins Creek, the stream, the seasonal creek
Right.
runs through there, and I'd like to clear that area out.
Yeah.
So right now, there's a minor area of concern. One of the things I noticed before I was moving the fence was it had separated. It looked like it had burnt out. I don't know if the pigs chewed it. Probably not, because they don't.
Yeah.
So as you can see, I tied it around here just because this burnt out. I don't know what happened, if it just exploded or shorted out or something, but the fence is still charged. We just checked it out and it's still charging and it's still hitting hard.
Right.
I don't know if this bottom line is though. So Dad had a good idea, and that was to
just
tie some electrical tape around these
add
exposed,
a layer of safety to it.
especially since there's all these, which I should probably come through here and clear a lot of this brush.
It's a good thing that you're not prone to poison ivy, because there's a ton of it around
For whatever
here.
reason, I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel, but for whatever reason, Holly and I both don't have any reaction to poison ivy.
Wow.
I know you don't.
It's
sometimes.
mild. Sometimes I'll get it, but I know there have been times that I've come in contact and nothing.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if maybe it's a genetic thing where we're just immune from getting bugged by poison ivy, but I'm thankful because there's a lot on this property, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, a ton.
So I'm gonna tie this up. But either way, I'm gonna want to clear this stuff. In fact, I may get one of those poles, that pole right there, and just bring it back a little bit so it's a little further. Just draw this back. Right there. What do you think, Dad?
I would say success.
I think so.
This
I'm very
there's
happy.
a whole new perimeter, almost entirely new, with plenty of stuff within the forage.
And this will be a before shot. We'll see what they do to this in a few weeks' time. So got a lot to keep them busy.
Future Sean will be...
Future Sean will come back here and visit and see what the pigs have done to this big, brushy, worked over area to see, or brushy grown over area to see how much they work it over.
Right. You think they're happy?
I think they're saying thank you, Sean. Thank you, Dad. I think they're saying thank you to you too, Dad.
Maybe, or I want to eat your boot. One of the two.
I'm making a new wallow for them. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned how much they're gonna miss their wallow. If you ever get pigs, guys, one of the things you need to learn is they love mud. They love mud, right, Dad?
No, they do.
They need mud. I think it's something they roll around in to keep bugs off, ticks off, whatever. They love mud, and it keeps them cool. So I didn't realize how important having a wallow was, but it's something they need. So I'm actually making one.
Yeah,
you can
look
see
at them just rolling around in it, and they're loving all this.
They're so happy.
Water. Yeah,
The water in the woods. They're gonna have plenty of shade.
yep. And they've got this wonderfully constructed shelter.
It's held up, Dad.
Yeah, it has.
They did their dirtiest to it,
Yeah,
I
they
think.
did.
But it's,
So far, it's holding up.
well, I'm happy. I think they're happy too. What was it that you just said, Dad?
I said, for some strange reason, I just have this urge for a nice tall glass of water and a shower.
Working in the mud with pigs and pig poop.
Yeah. And just watching them enjoy what they're enjoying right now.
Well, thank you, Dad, and thank Jana's back there. Thank you, Jana, and thank you, Holly.
Yes.
Holly's out of frame right now, but we are pumped, and the pigs are very pumped as well. I'm very, very happy to see them where they're supposed to be, down in the woods. The journey to the woods has begun, and in the meantime, look at what they've done. This used to be green pasture, but it's just dirt now. Now it'll come back. This will come back very well. We'll wait till we get some more rain. I'll lay down some grass seed here. Or we might not even need seed, right? It'll just come back, and it'll come back very lush. But it's just insane to see what a few weeks on a patch of grass pigs can do. Now, we're gonna see what they can do to that big chunk of woods and brush right there. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for helping us move these pigs. And until we see you guys again next time, remember,
As
as always, slowly.